Hi guys, here's an update on the previous video. A very expensive thought. Well, guess what? It just got more expensive. Let me walk around and show you why. Okay, what we've got here is all of this outside of the house is screwed directly into the metal that runs from this end all the way down to the other end, the garage and the shop. So this is directly to the metal. However, the inside of the house is where we run into a problem. Now, the problem here is that every room inside the house is a suspended ceiling, which means that you have hardware and wire attached to the metal that makes up the rafters, and that is what supports the suspended ceiling. Now the suspended ceiling is supported by, or makes up the suspended ceiling, is little pieces of metal like this. As I will show you in some of the other photos, this little clip has a little dent here that when you come up like this, it clicks and sits on top of here and locks it into place and holds it there. Now, you also have a clip like this, and what that does, it goes here, and this is what so this is what you have. You have a long piece of aluminum like this, and it sits in this direction, and then you have a clip that attaches this way, and it locks, the top locks here, and then from the rafters, which are made of C3 channel, another piece of wire comes down this way, and then you have this little clip with two holes, and you have a wire here and a wire here, and what it does is the weight of the roof of the sheetrock, of the gypsum, actually locks this in place by having the metal biting into the wire, and it keeps it from slipping down. Now, you're going to have this to support the weight. Now, here, this is where you will actually screw your gypsum. So here you have one of these laying like this, and what this clip does, it attaches it like so, and then you bend this down over that metal is going across this way, supporting the weight of the gypsum, and there you go. You have a suspended ceiling. Now, here is where it gets expensive. According to the people that I talked to, it is impossible to replace the roof, change the slope and everything. It is impossible to do this with the existing roof ceiling. According to them, they have to remove the ceiling. So according to these guys, you have to remove the existing gypsum and all the metal work, and replace it after the roof is up. However, I think that it can be done. That is one of the reasons you have that little C-shaped piece of hardware with two holes in it where the wires go through. Is if the suspended ceiling is not level, you push up on it and it re-grabs and re-bites that wire to hold it at a different level. Now, do I know this for a fact? No. I've never worked on a suspended ceiling, but looking at the engineering behind it, it stands to reason that that's what it can do. So I need to look and see if I can find someone that will put some support on the inside, help support the ceiling, put in the new rafters to the new slope, attach a new wire from the new rafter down to the suspended ceiling, from one side of the room to the other, and then remove the old clips and wire and whatever was supporting that gypsum. And the new wires that are supported to the very top and new rafter will support that ceiling and keep it at that level that it's at now. Now what you do is when you put the support inside the room, you push it a little bit more than just support it to put a little bit of upward tension so that when you release the supports, it will lock those clips in place and it won't sag. Now let me give you the reasons why I don't want to remove this. Yes, one is I will be removing what I've already paid for, but that's not my main reason. My main reason is when they cut that roof, when they cut that C3 up above and they're working to remove the shingles and all that stuff will come down into the rooms, which means that everything in the rooms will have to be moved. So whatever side of the house you start on, you have to move things to the opposite side. But my biggest fear is that while they're removing this roof and the gypsum is gone, sparks will fall onto the tile and burn it. And that's it. It's ruined. You can't fix that. You have to either live with it or replace the tile. And I don't want to do that. I don't want all that dirt and sparks and whatever else is up there coming down into the house. So I'm going to have to look around and find someone that can do this. Well, let me rephrase this. Find someone who will do it. because here in Thailand it's very difficult to get people to do things that they normally don't do. Here in Thailand, the guy that does the suspended ceiling comes in, puts it in, something happens, they tear it down, and then he comes back and puts it in. There's no in between. So if that's the case, there's no use for having that type of hardware that allows you to adjust the level of this thing, because it's going in and either it never comes out or it comes out and then a new one gets put in. So because I believe that they've never done it, so they're afraid to do it. Now if you are a professional installer, you will know how to do this. I'm sure that you have done it. You know, my question is if a suspended ceiling is put in and it's sagging a little bit, what do? Take the whole ceiling down and put a new one on? No, you adjust the level by putting pressure from the inside going up and repositioning those clips. That's the purpose of those things. So I'm going to have to look around and see if I can find someone that is willing to do this. Now, once they try it, if it doesn't work, well, I have no problem. Remove the suspended ceiling and we'll install a new one when it's done. But I just cannot see doing all of that, throwing all that money away, paying all that money again for something that it was as simple as you install new wire, remove the old wire, and then, you know, once you've done that room, you can cut all that wire and you can cut all that metal and move on. Now, the other option is just leave that metal in place and put new metal. But that is a lot of money that's just going to sit up there, because that C3 channel is not cheap. And you know, I haven't calculated it, but I'm sure that to redo this roof will probably take, I don't know, 200 pieces or so. And we're talking about a lot. So I'm going to keep looking to see if I can find someone that is willing to try, willing to do this, and I'll let you know. Now I hope that by January, when I can actually withdraw some of that money that's just sitting there, I'll find someone to do this. All right, let me keep looking and I'll let you know. All right, guys, if you have any ideas, if you know something, if you know that it can be done, let me know. All right, we'll talk to you later. See ya. Thanks for watching.
ขอบคุณเจ้า
See you next time.
แล้วปะกันแฮมไมนะเจ้า
See you.